absolutely like baffled. He's like, he can't walk or whatever. Like, yeah.
That's like, I can't get it out of my head. The fucking movie we were watching the other day. Was it The Sidekick?
Live and direct, and welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
To the Handsome Devil Podcast, episode 16.
As I'm naming it, HD Podcast.
The HD.
With a number, so then we can have a title, because I realized that...
Harley Davidson.
Right. In the future, we're going to go through and go, you remember episode 15 was about... I don't know, because I'll just say Handsome Devil, Handsome Devil, Handsome Devil.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what episode we talked about what, which... We pretty much talk about the same shit in everyone anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. Same shit I always see when I close my eyes.
So today we have a good longtime friend of mine that goes way back to elementary school. Not quite there yet, but my friend and yours goes by the name of Plaid Daniels. Here he is.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
No.
Yeah.
We're not.
That sounds.
The sounds.
We got all kinds of effects.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Well, happy to be here.
DOS effects.
DOS effects.
Welcome, man.
Yeah, live from Saturday night.
That's right. Speaking of which, they just had like their 50th.
50th anniversary.
Yeah, I was
Holy
gonna
shit!
say that's
I heard
what's
like
happening.
they brought out everybody. That's all I've been seeing is clips of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't watch it.
it was fucking nuts. Apparently, like everybody came out. All the old characters came out. They
That's
did.
awesome.
They did so much cool shit.
Like favorite sketches, obviously, of people from
Yeah.
way back.
Will Ferrell came out and did the Robert Goulet fucking
Oh, yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fucking. They had so many. Like all the classics came out. It was sweet.
Nice.
I haven't got to watch it yet, but I heard it's like super long.
I think every episode's free on Tubi, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Tubi.
You remember what?
Is F movie
Or
still
not
a
Tubi?
thing? Do you guys remember that?
No.
or not to fmovies.org or something was it just you could like it just would all like the bootleg sites like Daily Motion and Vimeo and all that kind of stuff. It would just
Oh.
Yeah.
loop them all together, so it would just
Oh, that's funny.
you could pick on which server you wanted, and you'd only get like 400 pop-ups. But once you got through those, then it would work just fine.
Go anime.
Good old.
Do you remember when YouTube tried really fucking hard to remove every SNL clip?
No.
You don't remember
No,
that?
They tried to remove
This was
it.
like years and years ago because people put like clips and like fucking whole episodes and shit like
Yeah.
on there. SNL went through all of YouTube and removed them
Oh,
all.
that's funny.
And then now they're just like, oh, it's like free advertisement. Might as well just put it back up again.
I didn't.
Not
get
to
into
mention-
like just to pull like copyright stuff off.
TikTok
of there.
exists also, so it
Yeah.
doesn't
Right.
really fucking matter.
Yeah, if it's been on the internet for 1 second, it's never coming.
everywhere.
It's never
Yeah.
coming down ever
It's
again.
on archive.org. So
Yeah, internetarchive.org. That's a good site. I go on it a lot. They have any movie. Matter of
I'm not close.
just the other day, I watched Robocop from 1987.
Oh, I have the whole collection of Blu-ray.
And
Really?
Of course you do.
Of course.
You have the unedited original cut version
And the TV series. Yeah.
And I didn't know.
Shit.
I didn't even know there was a 2014 reboot
It's horrible.
at all. That's
It's
what.
god
Of
awful.
RoboCop?
Yes.
It's
The series?
No,
like
the
RoboCop,
the
they
remake
rebooted
of the original movie.
It is just a
Oh, I didn't know
CGI slap
that.
fest. It's horrible.
Now I thought it was my friend Bobby Stark invited me over. Shout out to Bobby Stark. We were watching it, and he had the Blu-ray set, and then I was going to come over and watch RoboCop 2, and I went to get gas, and my fuel door was frozen shut, and I couldn't open it, and I thought, and I like chipped away. You know, we live in Wisconsin, so I like chipped it away. I'm like, okay, jam my key in there, scratched up, whatever, idiot.
Yeah.
And I tried pulling on it. I'll put the clip up of me doing it because I filmed it to show my friend. And
Did you actually?
Yes.
Oh
and
my
the thing, I couldn't get it open. And then later I was like, well, I need to put gas in here. So, and then I just forced it and it
Just refound
snapped.
it, yeah.
So it's like $100 just for the door, like
Yeah.
just for the
Oh,
door.
you like broke the whole fucking door off of
Just
it?
the fuel door, yeah, the
Oh,
cover.
okay.
It's $100 for that, but then to get it painted is probably like $6,000 or something
Well,
stupid
Yeah,
like
of course
that.
it's a fucking $1 billion because you own the Volkswagen.
Right. I mean, I actually would be fine with just black. Like if it's, I really don't care, honestly. But.
Honestly, I thought you got a custom one put on when I pulled up.
Yeah, no, that's just the plastic inside. So I don't know if it broke. But anyway, I filmed that because I was like, dude, I can't come over. I can't even get gas in my car to get over there because he lives like a half hour away. So I went home and I had him FaceTime me like I was there.
Yeah.
So
that's fun.
Him and another friend, and he just FaceTimed me, and I was just sitting there like I was there, zoomed in, and I couldn't really hear it very well.
I thought maybe you just made up an excuse so that you didn't have to go watch Robocop shoot some guy in the dick.
No,
because that's what he does in the second.
He does.
You
he
should
does.
have bought the Vision Pro so you can all watch together in a theater mode.
I like that idea.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Only $3,000. All right.
All right.
$3,500. Yeah.
Great value.
Well, take out a loan.
So I didn't get to watch. I watched about half of it. It was okay, but the first one is actually pretty good.
Oh, the first one's really good. The third one's not really
and,
good.
I haven't seen the third one, but my friend just said it was a
I haven't watched them enough to know the difference between 1, 2, and 3, to be honest with you. All I just remembered is like...
1 has good production value.
Okay.
2 is a sequel because the first one did good.
That's usually how it works, yeah.
There's a game that came out in 2023 called Robocop
It's awesome.
Rogue City, which
I heard that's really good.
I didn't play it, but
good.
it looks really fun.
I legitimately had people coming in here and be like, yeah, I'm playing the new Robocop game, and I was like... There's a weird thing about it being a new RoboCop game, considering how old RoboCop is. And I was like,
the voice acting and everything is great, and I was actually really pumped because that was one of the few games that gets day-and-day release, Steam and GOG. So I actually was able to buy game day 1.
Well, fucking hell.
So yeah, I watched like an hour of gameplay of it, and you can just grab people by the throat and throw them against the wall, and their heads like explode.
Yeah, and
sick.
So that's pretty cool.
There's really good mods on Nexus, so you can like get like the old school like robot walking steps and all that.
Oh, really?
Instead of like the crappy ones in the game, but.
Oh man, the RoboCop walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
He has a pistol and his.
I don't know what it is about that
pops out of his thigh.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about like that era of like RoboCop, what it is about like cops having like the no visible eyes and just a scowl on their face, because like I just watched Dredd in here the other day.
Dredd or Judge Dredd?
Dredd.
Okay.
Like the remake, which is so fucking good. But I just love the fact that like Dredd, it was just like you can't see his fucking eyes at all, and it was just a scowl.
Just
and then RoboCop, you couldn't see his eyes; it was just a scowl, pretty much.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You would know this, Mr. Daniels, but the RoboCop. So, the spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it in the 38 years it's been out.
Last time I watched it was like 5 years ago.
Spoiler alert.
So, Alex Murphy, who's the real life cop that ends up getting killed.
Yeah.
Which then they use his body to become RoboCop.
Yeah.
He still has fragments of memory left in there, so he's still partish human, kind of.
Sort of Ghost in a Shell-esque. Yeah.
Right, but his face is still used because they at one point they take his mask off. And
so they saved most of his face, and I think they saved some of his internal organs too. That's why he has to
he has to eat every
it's
once in a while.
Like from here back is machine parts. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, because the whole time I was watching the movie, there's like a million shootouts, and his whole lower face is uncovered.
I think that's the entire plot line.
And I thought, how did no one shoot him in the mouth? Like, how did that?
I mean, behind that, I think his skull is still mechanically reinforced. And
okay,
all that.
so it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
Yeah.
But nobody shot
it's like a Wolverine situation.
I think. Okay. I'm not sure the reasoning, but I always took it as a way that sort of to keep him humanized for public viewing and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Where you can relate to the character.
Yeah, instead of the Ed where it's just walking.
Yeah. Well, either way, it I don't know. It seemed to work out all right.
That way, the average man that watches it goes, "That's me.
That's me.
Yeah. Look, he has a face just like me.
Robocop too.
I'm me.
I'm me.
I'm a good cyborg." Well, no, it was great. The effects were all practical, except for a lot of the other stuffs were stop motion, walking and stuff like that.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, really bad, but really cool at the same time.
For the time, it was awesome.
There was a edit, speaking of, that apparently multi-millions of people seen, but how he shoots that guy in the dick in the second one.
Yeah.
There's a fan project called Our Robocop Remake.
Okay.
And what this people did is they broke it down into scenes, and then every scene got assigned to a different team of people that wanted to do this.
Oh, cool.
So every scene is a different team of actors, different camera quality. Some people do it as a joke. Some people take it really, really seriously.
Oh man!
So they made the whole movie front to back, remade with all different calibers of quality, and it's hilarious. But the people that did the shot in the dick scene, it's very graphic, and like he shoots the one guy in the dick, and then all of a sudden like 40 other guys just show up, and their penises are all hanging out, and he's just going and shooting all of them, and it shows like dicks flying everywhere in very graphic detail. So whoever did that one, shout out to you guys, because wow, the quality is insane. And yeah, it's just I'll show it to you. I'd put a clip up, but YouTube will probably pull it down.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. That's right.
Holy shit, dude!
So
I wasn't ready for that.
Ray reminded me. It's good.
Oh, I'm gonna remind you now.
It's good stuff.
Holy fuck!
So that was my soiree, whatever that means, in the last few days, I guess. Robocop kick.
Robocop. What'd you do in February? Watch Robocop.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much
Good
it.
enough.
No, because Trent actually texted me the other day, and he was like, "What's up? Where do I vote for the thing you put up on the page?"
Oh,
Like, it's
the nominate.
Yeah.
The Fox Valley nomination.
Yeah, he was like, "Where do I vote?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Your post on Handsome Devil." And then I was like, "Oh, that must have been Ray."
Click the link.
Yeah, and I was like, "That must have been Ray. I've been watching RoboCop." And then he laughed super hard, and I was like, and I screenshot him like, "I'm not kidding. That's what I'm doing right now."
No, really. Yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
RoboCop.
Yeah, and I was like, Ray probably posted that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a great segue into it. By the way, so if you're watching this and you give a shit, and you're from the Fox Valley, or even if you're not, I think you don't have to register or anything like that. Just go on our Facebook page or whatever I'll find the website and we'll put it up.
Yeah, there's
right
the
here.
link. Yeah, there's a link and all
Somewhere.
that stuff. And
You can just nominate us for like it's a Fox Valley's best of. Or
there's like
whatever.
a million
So-
categories I saw.
Yeah, so just like nominate us for barbershop and tattoo.
We
shop.
want to win the
That'd be
Golden
cool.
Fork, so please, the first non-restaurant to ever win
We're
it.
trying to
I
earn
don't
our
know
Michelin
what this
star,
is.
right?
Is it like a actual website link or?
Yeah, it's like every year they do the you remember Flesh Chamber, how there would be like a million trophies in the window. Those were all for like best of the valley.
Oh, okay.
Where people would win, like people could vote for best auto body, best dentist,
Yeah.
best like every category imaginable.
Okay.
And so that's happening right now, I guess.
Nice.
So
Yeah, it's the Appleton Community Votes is what it's called.
that's
Okay.
it.
So it's appleton.communityvotes.com.
Yes, even if you're some guy out there who isn't from here and you just stumbled across us on accident because you were looking up
Yeah.
high def stuff and HD came up and you were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
You're like,
Okay.
oh, there's a podcast.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
that-
called
yeah.
HD.
you, my stranger friend, put it up. Vote for me, Al Donnelly."
You got to fight for your right to vote, man.
That reminds me of my brother made an instrumental video, like a really, really crappy techno song, and it was called Inside My Head Instrumental, and we got a lot of people that clicked on it because they thought it was like a legit song, just an instrumental version, and everyone in the comment section was, "This is not at all what I expected." Apparently there's a real song called Inside My Head.
Like a popular song
Yeah.
apparently, and then he,
And it's just some like really crappy Fruity Loops loop, and
yeah, perfect.
Oh, man, Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Boom, boom.
Good old Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops. Haven't had them for breakfast in a long time. I haven't had any cereal in a long time. Now that I think
What?
about it. No, I saw
You know
Waffle
how I
Crisp.
know how fucking old I am? Frosted Mini Wheats fucking slap, dude.
Yeah,
It's like the only thing I eat now.
shredded wheats.
Shredded.
No, they're
Oh,
good.
heat-
They're good.
I don't eat cereal.
At all?
No.
Not even once.
When I was like
Oh, okay.
a kid, yeah, I used to eat a lot of Rice Krispies and put like 2 cups of sugar in the bowl.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
at least.
Yes.
That's a hand.
This
Yes.
guy here is a very pretty particular with the stuff that he eats.
I'm a very
Yeah.
picky eater. Yeah.
Mm.
How picky eater?
There's a lot of sauces that I just won't touch at all.
Oh, okay.
If I haven't had it as a child, I probably won't try it now as an adult.
Really?
Yeah. We're trying to get a lot healthier.
There's a fucking what the fuck is that? There's an actual, I think it's an actual disorder that you'd like. Obviously, you don't have that, but
I might. I
there-
don't know.
I doubt it. This is like you can't fucking try like anything
Oh, no, yeah,
fucking new.
I've tried certain things. Like we're trying to eat healthier. We've cut out a lot of red meat, brought in tofu. I tried sushi as an adult. Now it's like the best food in the world. So
oh, sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
and I recently switched my Oscar Mayers over to the turkey version. 'Cause
I didn't even know they made a turkey.
as long
version.
as you don't fucking eat the veggie dogs. Oh my god, dude.
Mm.
Vegetarian hot dogs are the fucking
I-
worst things I've ever
yeah.
eaten.
No,
Tofurkey.
for tofu, I make all my own stuff. Like I pound down the tofu. I make little like burger patties and stuff like that. I make chili, sloppy joes, and all that
I
kind
actually
of
just
stuff.
made chili.
That turns out pretty good. It's kind of hard to mask because like So tofu kind of just like takes on the flavor of what you mix with. So if you like, if tomatoes the first thing you put in there, it's just gonna taste like tomatoes
Forever.
Oh, okay.
forever. Yeah.
It's the homeopathic substitute. Is what it is. Mix it and everything.
Yeah, actually, I've been developing my chili recipe, and when I was opening my notes earlier, it was kind of funny because I was opening my notes to see what I had like written down for this episode, and the first thing that came up was my grocery list, and then the second thing that came up was my chili recipe.
Chili.
And I was like, well, I'm not reading that.
What are the subjects we're talking about? Tomatoes, beans,
milk, eggs, if you can afford them.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah,
Fuck,
I don't
dude.
know.
Just go to Walmart. You can get like a 20-pack of them.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive too. Yeah, a fucking dozen right now is up to like $8.
They sell
like
them,
fucking
start
5 or 6
selling them
bucks,
individually.
Yeah.
An individual egg.
Per egg.
Yeah.
I think some areas are doing that. I know that over in California, the Waffle House started like charging like an extra 50 cents surcharge per egg.
Really?
Yeah.
I was at Mary's restaurant the other day.
Oh, Mary.
And it was
Shout out to Mary's. By the way.
it was It was like 2 pancakes, bacon, and hash browns for whatever price. But then it was $3.99 extra for 2 eggs.
Yeah, I believe that.
So I was like, okay.
All right.
Yeah. Normally it would have been like 85 cents or something.
Yeah.
But
I've recently gotten really into blueberry bagels for breakfast.
that's a new
So
thing.
good.
And you're like,
I'm an everything bagel guy.
are these moldy? No, they're just blueberries.
No, it's
Yeah.
just blueberries. Everything bagels for me.
Everything bagels are good. Bagel bites are good.
And
Haven't
then
had
I've
them
had it.
forever.
And then I found out they make the everything bagel like seasoning.
Oh, yeah.
As a
You can just,
separate
like,
thing,
sprinkle
and I'm
stuff,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna put it on everything.
Along with my
so
Frank's
good.
Red Hot
boy.
sauce.
Oh, Frank.
So current events, boys, what's going on?
The Appleton Public Library is now open.
It
Just drove
is.
past
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
It looks sick.
They look sweet.
Is it in the same location?
Same location, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's
No
100% done now.
Yep.
Ready to go.
No longer.
Yeah,
the
they
old
just
Best
did like
Buy.
the whole grand opening thing.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Nice.
All
Yeah, it's
modernized.
fucking huge.
Have you been inside?
I have not. I've seen about 100,000 pictures
Do they
of
sell, like,
everybody
the little,
that's
like,
gone
plant
there.
section and all that?
The kids section's massive now. I heard it's like fucking 3 times the size of what it
Nice.
was, I guess.
I remember when you used to
So-
walk in, it had like the staircase downstairs, like it's like awesome, like little.
Yeah,
plants
yeah.
and all
You
that.
could sit in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now they have like so many like different like reading nooks and shit like that for like kids and stuff like that.
That'd be
It's
awesome
really
if-
cool.
It was just like a bunch of. It was like an internet cafe, and there was no books
Right.
in there. It's just defeating the whole
It's
purpose.
just a giant mainframe.
Yeah.
And like just monitors everyone.
like the modem.
I don't-
It's all
and
plugged in.
then one fucking microfish in the basement.
Yeah.
Like just how else am I gonna find out how to beat Pennywise at the end of the movie if I don't use the microfish? Right?
I still want to go on one of those. They look fun, and everything,
Yeah.
everything, like it's like 8mm film. Everything before 1960 was terrifying. It didn't matter if it was like man walks his dog. It's the scariest article you've ever seen and read
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, we talked about that for the spooky episode.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, everything that's filmed in that is just like it's just like fucking mortifying.
So I haven't in the horror stuff. I haven't really watched anything new. Daniels over here says he saw something awesome.
Yeah. We went to theaters for Valentine's Day. Saw Hard Eyes. Have you ever saw a trailer for that one?
I don't think so.
It's like Halloween, but Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Blumhouse. I don't know for sure. But
It had the way you described it. It's got to be.
basically,
It's gotta be.
it's about a killer who just like murders couples on Valentine's Day, and his mask
okay.
is like human skin with like hearts for eyes that light up red in the dark.
Oh, sick.
It's like really high budget looking, but it feels like a Netflix original. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And
Netflix,
like,
you're greenlit.
the
Yeah.
acting is all just like way over the top, but the effects are just done wonderfully.
Fucking
And
A, all right.
It's a lot of laughs.
I've been seeing tons of clips of something on Netflix. I think it's called The Gorge.
I have no idea.
It's like this fucking the synopsis for the whole thing is that there's like this giant fucking chasm. You can't see the bottom. And all of these things that they call like the hollow men fucking
Okay.
crawl out of it, and you got to use like fucking 50mm fucking auto turrets and like wipe them out so they don't come out of the gorge. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's no fucking anything. But your job is like either you're on the east or the west turret,
That
and you can't talk to each other, and then you sit there for a
Okay.
year.
I just saw it. Yeah, at Hard Eyes, they had a trailer for that. It was like the gorge is like the gateway to hell or something like that.
Yeah, the dude's like, it's a gateway to hell.
Yeah,
and
I
we're
just
the
saw a trailer for that.
gatekeepers. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's out now on streaming.
I think
I'm
so.
not
I think
sure.
it's on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
I'm almost positive.
I thought you were gonna be like The Gorge, and it's just a bunch of fat guys eating. And it's just like, and This is sweet, dude.
It's just a bunch of fat dudes eating, and then it's just ASMR videos where you're just like,
lip smacking.
Yeah, fuck. The gorge. These are delicious. Lay off me, I'm starving.
But Ray, I see you're going to Anime Supreme or whatever the
Anime
event's called.
Supreme.
Anime Deluxe.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, Anime Milwaukee.
Anime Milwaukee. What is it?
Yeah,
2 weeks from
about
now?
2 weeks from now.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
March, what is it, 7th through the 9th or something like that? I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought the fucking tickets yesterday. Huh?
Is it just like a basic convention, or are there gonna be like people there, like?
Yeah, they're gonna have. They have like. I don't know if they have panels and shit,
Okay.
but they got like guests and stuff like that. It's a lot of voice actors, like mostly the U.S. voice actors.
Sure.
There's one fucking Japanese voice actor that I am super psyched to fucking see. I hope he speaks English. But the
Or have a translator, I'm sure.
probably that.
Your
But
phone's got one nowadays.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. I'd be like, I love you. Okay, bye.
Romantically.
It is the yeah.
Romantically. Yeah.
It's exactly what you think it is.
Just Ray. Next episode, Ray's clips of getting in a fight with a Japanese man.
You're right. Fucking yeah, Ray gets kicked out of anime. Milwaukee.
Yeah. It's just a classic, like your waistline in the back of your shirt, the cartoon. Like.
Yeah, it's just a giant bouncer. Somebody that's like fucking cosplayed as like a really fucking buff dude. It's the voice actor, and I'm terrible with fucking names, but
Sure.
the voice actor for Yusuke Urameshi from
Okay.
Yu Yu
Yep.
Hakusho is going to
okay.
be there, like the
Nice.
original.
That's one of your all times.
Yes, Yu is fucking amazing. So
What was that one we went to for? I think it was my third when I turned 30.
down in Chicago. I think it
30 or
was.
32 or something.
Yeah.
It was my
Yeah.
it was my birthday. Yours, ours, mine, maybe.
I don't remember.
I think it was mine.
Yeah,
it was
I
somebody's
think so.
birthday. Somebody in the party.
Yeah. It was your
the
30th.
exchange and argument you just had with yourself was
I
amazing.
think it was
Yeah.
your
Yours,
30th,
ours,
'cause
mine.
I hadn't turned 30 yet.
Yeah, I was. I know it wasn't. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember. The thing about those conventions, though, at least for me, is like they're usually like $30-$40 a day.
Yeah,
Unless you
it's
buy a
like
weekend pass
3
or something
days
like
whatever,
that.
and-
Yeah, the closer that you get to it, the more it looked like the more that the ticket got.
Yeah, they get more expensive.
Yeah, they got boosted. But for a weekend pass right now, because like now it's getting like down to the wire, so now you're gonna pay full price.
Right.
I think I ended up paying fucking $80 per,
Mm.
like for a weekend pass.
Yeah.
For Friday, Saturday,
And
Sunday.
kids get in free. So
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
Yeah.
kids under 7.
Well,
So Harper
right.
gets in for free.
That's
Nice.
sweet.
Yeah, they called it the Chibi Pass.
The chibi.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay,
Little
like
meanie.
that.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
So I'm like, sweet. So yeah, and then
For me though, I love going to those things, but after I like check out the cosplay stuff,
Do like your full round.
yeah, and do the full round, and then the vendor tables. I like looking at the artists and
Mm-hmm.
what people make, and then I'm pretty much
Done
good.
for the yeah.
So usually like 2 hours, and I'm like, all right, so
It's a lot of money just for that short time. That you,
Oh, God, yeah,
hundreds
yeah.
of dollars.
My
and-
attention span is like by the time I do a full circle, I'm like, all right, there's too many people here. I'm ready to leave.
You're right. You know,
Yeah.
I'm right with you there.
we're not going for the full weekend. We're
Yeah.
going down Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
I paid for the full thing because you can't pay. I'm not paying for individual days for
Right.
like fucking 2 people like per day.
Right.
So it's like it's cheaper just to fucking get the weekend pass. So
Are you? Does it include, or I'm assume for attendees, you get a discount on like the hotel? It's
chicken
connected to?
tendies?
Chicken tendies.
No, I don't have it. No, there is hotels like on the website that you can go to.
Oh, it's
but
not.
they're
In,
like
it's
all
not in a
fucking
hotel,
booked out.
like giant hotel thing.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's at the Baird Center,
Okay.
which is like a fucking big ass fucking convention hall. No, actually, this was dope. I found out that so mostly all the hotels like super close to it are kind of like booked out.
Sure.
So
yeah.
like less than a mile away, we're gonna stay at the Ambassador.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
that's
I literally looked it up and I was like, oh, that's like less than a mile away. I go, wait a minute, the Ambassador. I was like,
great.
wait a minute, that's the one like across here from the rave,
Yep,
right? Like
yep.
that's the fucking haunted one.
That's the one.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, sweet. And so I showed Alex, and because Alex is like super into haunted shit, I go, hey, you want to stay here? And she's like, yes. And I was like, all right, we're staying at the fucking Ambassador then. So.
Well, I mean, it's Milwaukee. Someone's for sure died in everywhere
Oh,
everywhere you go. So.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when everyone was like, that's where Dahmer stayed. And I was like, you can't prove that. And
Right.
also, no, he didn't. So.
You can't prove, and also no.
Al Capone's mistress did something up there.
Right.
You have a
Somebody's fucking done something in there, so.
it's and the
I
guys
just want to
that,
stand on the roof because like it's got the huge Ambassador like.
yeah,
fucking
I've looked at
letters.
it a million times, but it's
Yeah.
always standing in the crusty parking lot of the.
And there's always like
Yeah.
at least a couple letters burnt out.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
yeah. If, like when
that
you
that whole area of Milwaukee sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, anybody out there listening's from that area, but
It sucks.
I'm sorry. It sucks.
It sucks. I think they even know it sucks.
Yeah.
I rarely leave my house, so
Yeah. I don't leave my house.
I don't know what's going on.
I might be going down to Chicago in a couple months. They're having a Transformers convention at the same place that the Anime Con was at.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
I want to see if there's going to be actually like voice actors there because
I would.
be awesome.
I would assume so. I mean,
hope
I don't
so.
know how frequently Transformers conventions
There's a
happen.
couple a year.
Big one. Is there like
I was going to say, the guy who's done the voice for Optimus has always done the voice for Optimus, right?
No. So he came back for the movies, but like during like the 2000s with like the Tsunami Surge, like Transformers Armada, Energon, and Cybertron, they did have somebody else, and then also for Beast Wars, they had a different voice actor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Beast Wars was definitely way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Beast Wars.
The best one.
So good. Worst CG, like the worst like computer graphics.
It was like
so
the first
good.
company to do graphics like that ever, though. It was just amazing.
what
Oh, it was like
what time
brand
period?
new.
1999 or 95?
For Beast Wars?
99, I think.
I
Maybe 98.
want to say 95. Usually I'm pretty good with numbers with this type of stuff, but
Yeah, but like they I have the DVD collection obviously.
Yeah.
And, I watched they had like this whole documentary about like how they like interview the people who made it and like how Hasbro came to them like, hey, we have this toy line, we want you to make a story about it, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. And I guess it got until like season 2 before the people that are making it they actually decided, yeah, you know what, this is part of Transformers. It's like up until that
So
point,
they were just like, it's canon, whatever.
yeah, they were kind of like, well, the people who were making it were just kind of like winging the story, and then eventually they're like, well, what if we, because like they weren't sure if it was actually going to be like part of like the original wars or if it was going to be like a whole different timeline and all that. Then
Sure.
partway through they connected it all together and brought it all, and then Beast Machines happened, which everyone hated at the time, but I thought it was like the best thing in the
oh
entire
fuck,
world.
it was so good.
It was
Also,
amazing.
1996
6. Oh, okay.
The pod race was pretty cool.
was pretty cool.
Ooh.
I love that animation. Like Beast Wars, War Planets, Reboot. Those are all great shows.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you guys.
When
I'm
you
not a big Transformers guy.
When
so
you
I don't know.
Google anything, right, and you go down, and then it has like the
I use
people who ask. It's the most frequent. What did you say?
He uses duct. We'll get into internet privacy in
Okay.
a moment here.
So when you scroll down and you see that what people frequently ask,
Yeah.
one of the main questions was, why was Beast Wars so good?
Because it was just amazing.
Why was it good?
Yeah,
Like,
it was absolutely amazing.
Why was Beast Wars so
someone
good?
needs to answer me. Why is it so good?
All the other
Everything
ones is like,
about it.
where is it streaming?
Like,
Like a reasonable
Yeah.
question.
buy a DVD and get a DVD player. That
Yeah.
way you don't have to pay for it multiple times.
Yeah, one of them's like, is Optimus Prime in Beast Wars? And then it's like, why was it so good? And I was like, well,
Rat Trap's
Just-
wit was amazing. Cheetor's just childness was
fucking
amazing.
Rat Trap.
Convention
Black
center.
Arachnia was just
yes,
awesome.
dude, it was so good.
Guy standing up at a convention center. Excuse me, like the original creator. Why was this so good?
Why was this so
How would
good?
you even answer that question? Thank
They-
you.
They struck gold like episode 1. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Uh,
The only thing I can think of is when you fucking said that guy stands up and asks questions to the creator. Did you ever see that fucking old video of that kid standing up and he's got, not that it's funny, oh fuck it, it's funny. He's got a speech impediment and it's it's a kid and he's like, they're asking the creators of Minecraft.
Okay.
Did you ever hear this one? He's like,
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
this one he's
No.
like, how much dedicated wham to a server? You ever seen that one?
no, but it sounds exactly like someone that plays Minecraft.
Dude, I was
Yeah, I play
laughing
Minecraft.
so fucking
Everybody does.
hard because the
Excuse me, target audience for Minecraft.
yeah,
That's
like,
what I mean.
dedicated wham
Dedicated wham.
instead of dedicated
RAM,
RAM.
yeah.
Yeah, when he says dedicated wham, do you know how many times I've seen
That just sounds
dedicated?
adorable.
Right.
0.25 gigabytes.
He's like, how much dedicated wham to server?
And then obviously that's been taken and used in like a million years and stuff.
so many games that I've gone on to where somebody's like fucking online handle was dedicated wham, and I couldn't stop laughing the entire time. I was like, how do I play Counter-Strike or fucking? How do I play Call of Duty against dedicated wham
Turns
and
out
not start laughing?
They're
my
just a
ass
big
off?
fan of the band Wham.
Wham.
And they're dedicated to them.
Wham.
Wham.
As you know, my online handle is Optimus Prime.
I'm just trying. I know that. I wish I
didn't.
But yeah, get it on physical stuff. Plaid Daniels over here is the king of physical stuff.
That's a lie.
If it
Physical stuff.
if it doesn't exist, he figures out a way to get a physical version
There's
of it.
YouTube videos of people who have like actual rental stores in their basements. It's amazing. And
Dang.
I would love that one day.
Like, yeah, I used to like watching rental reviews. I think we talked about that a lot of
Yeah.
Angry Video Game Nerd in the Basement.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
actually, that's when you showed me AVG and the Atari Jaguar. It was actually when I first started getting into watching YouTube. Before then, I didn't have a YouTube account.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I
Would
don't
you say
think
the Atari Jaguar?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
We talked about Atari last episode, actually.
I have
Yeah, though, with the resume,
Nice, yeah.
with the resume of the guy that created Atari is also the same guy that created Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Was his name Noah something?
The original 2600.
Nolan
right?
K.
Yeah,
Bushnell.
yes,
Or the 800.
there was like, and then it was funny because Ray and I were like talking about that, like, oh, that's sweet because we have this thing on the podcast where we talk about who has the most impressive resume
Okay.
Yep.
of like people we can come up with, and it was either later that day or no, the next day. Ray, I was out in the lobby and I heard Ray was cutting somebody's hair, and he's like, did you know that the guy that made Chuck E. Cheese and then the guy went, oh, Noah Bushnell, yeah, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Do you
dude.
know who that is? Yeah.
Yeah, the guy finished my sentence. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
This is his address, his age.
Yeah.
My favorite part, I was like, no way did you fucking know that. And I was like, you listen to the podcast. But I'm like, wait, we just recorded
Yeah,
yesterday.
it wasn't
It's
out.
not even out yet.
It wasn't out yet. Yeah.
Son of a
But
bitch.
he said it so matter of factly.
Yeah,
Noah
he was like,
Bushnell?
oh yeah, Noah Bushnell. Yeah, you created Atari and Chuck E. Cheese. And I was like, you son of a bitch. I thought I was the only one that knew.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
I'm not. But
That's funny.
we do have our Mount Rushmore so far of most impressive resumes. And it's Nolan K. Bushnell,
Okay.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Yep.
Don't know the name.
He was the CEO of Nintendo.
He was CEO of Nintendo America,
Of America. Okay.
and also invented Bigfoot Pizza
Never heard
from
of it.
Pizza Hut.
at Pizza Hut.
It was a thing when I was a little kid, so probably a little before your time.
And then Steve Buscemi, because he's not only a great actor, but he's also
America's Treasure. Yeah.
a firefighter.
America's Sweetheart.
Yep,
Yep.
America's Sweetheart,
Yeah.
Steve
Yep.
Buscemi.
Yeah. Boom. Sentimental music.
Nobody more attractive. And and I think at the top of the
I think
the top of it is Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah, Bruce Dickinson is probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Whenever I think of Steve Buscemi, I just think of Ugly Americans when they turn into Man Bat.
Steve Buscemi's awesome, dude. Like I don't.
What a
like,
guy.
he's funny. He's good.
fun.
He's good in everything.
he was there on 9/11,
He was.
Yep.
which was fucking wild.
He was there deep in the cut.
Yeah, deep in the cut. Fuck yeah.
So yeah.
There's another
stuff.
actor. He's an older one. During the California wildfires, there was I don't remember who it was, but the news anchor's like interviewing them. And the guy's like, "So what's your name?" He tells his name, and it turns out like this majorly famous Hollywood actor. He just decided to like run in and just start helping.
Like just in the back, like
Dang.
just so happened to be there at the time.
Yes, and he just started helping evacuating people and all sorts of stuff. And
Well, good.
Oh, I remember this. I can't remember
I
who
can't
it was
remember which
now.
actor it was, but
Just caught him. They
Fuck.
caught him off the total random.
yeah, and like the news anchor had like no idea who this person was.
I wouldn't know most actors anyway. I mean, I know the
love
ones
that.
I like, but
Yeah,
I always love that when like the news anchor has no idea
Yep.
who they're interviewing.
especially when
and
the
the guy's
person's acting like super cocky, and they're like, "Oh, it's me."
yeah. Or or I love it when they just get like really candid shit. Those are like my favorite things ever. Is the candid shots of that dude that's walking down the street in like Chicago with like no shirt on.
Dude, aren't you cold? No, man, I'm from Wisconsin. From Wisconsin, everybody. Well, there you go. There you go. It's like a football game broke out. All right, coming up.
Like, aren't you cold, man? And he goes, I'm from Wisconsin. It's like fucking just boiler fucking hanging out, and he's got like a hat on and like no shirt.
Yeah, I never
And he goes,
realized
that.
oh, there you
Typical,
have
it's
it.
like-
And
yeah,
I was like,
it is.
You see someone shoveling like 3 jackets on, but they're wearing like basketball shorts.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
makes sense.
nah, that's
Yeah,
me.
it's just
I do that.
That's how it is. It's like a vest. It doesn't really keep anything warm because it's all escaping.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, it's there.
My
I'm a
core is
twig.
warm. My arms are freezing.
Yes.
I'm a twig. I wear like long johns, clothes, 3 jackets.
Dude,
That
my pants are insulated right now. So
I have long underwear. Just thin pants is all it is. My underwear that is long.
I want to know, like, when someone's like, you know what? This underwear only holds my junk in place, but in the wintertime, I wish it was longer, and therefore it kept my legs more warm. That's got to be the only thought process.
The set that I have, it's so nice. It keeps you so warm.
I gotta look up who.
Yeah, you have a
invented
full
long-
like thermal shirt and everything like that.
Yeah, it's like a pants shirt combo. It's not like one of those all-in-ones with like the butthole buttons, but
Yeah, with the butt flap. Yeah, those are sweet. That every prospector with a corncob pipe has.
the wicker
Yeah,
hat.
yeah. And whistles when he talks.
hey, Shanae.
It may have been invented in Derbyshire, England, in the late 18th century.
Long underwear?
Yeah, the term long johns may come from French phrase. No, shut the fuck up.
You know what?
Longus jambus.
Yes. While you're looking that
that
up,
might be it.
While
I
you're
don't
looking
know.
at then, why was the donut named a Long John? Look that up.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Long John, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But why were they like, Long Johns are this underpants, this donut?
I recently
Let's
found out
call
the
it
teddy bear is
that.
actually named after Teddy
Teddy
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, the teddy bear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea. I recently found that out.
Yeah,
Mis-
fucking,
Mr. Rough Rider himself,
Mr.
way
Rough
before
Rider.
DMX.
w-
Way before DMX.
long before.
The original Rough Riders.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say. Long John Donut,
Dedicated Wham.
dedicated wham.
Dedicated Wham.
Long John Donut. Who named it or what?
Why was it
I mean,
called
who
that?
named it or why is it called
Name origin. There you go.
There you go.
That's the one.
Oh, okay. Well, the exact origin of the name Long John Donut is unknown, but it's likely due to the donut's regional popularity.
Okay.
The term is most commonly used in the Midwest, Canada, and sometimes Texas.
The Midwest has a lot of terms. Like, we're the only ones that use it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Bubbler.
Well, Bubbler is a Wisconsin. That's not a
Actually,
Midwest thing. That's a Wisconsin
Horse
thing.
apiece.
Horse
Horse
apiece.
apiece.
I
Stop and
found
go
out-
lights.
Stop and go lights.
Yeah.
I found out that Bubbler is actually here and I believe Vermont.
Yeah, there's
I
like
think.
one other state.
Yeah.
Another one that I recently found out is the fact that we always add or not whenever we ask a question.
Or
Like,
no.
Do you want to do this
Or no.
Or no.
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah.
Like
You wanna do that or not?
everywhere else,
Yeah.
it's like immediately applied because it's a question.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't. Yeah, we add extra
And we're
things
just
for
like,
no reason.
just in case, no obligation. I mean, I just want to be nice.
Yeah, it's the Midwest nice thing. Yeah, it's like, you want to do that or not?
like
Completely
it's
up to you.
yeah, it's already implied that if you say no, like you
Yeah.
Either way-
there's only
either way's
two
fine.
outcomes.
Yeah.
Either way.
We always have to reassure everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking, what was it? I had a, what the fuck? Like when you like go, you're leaving Quick Trip and then you fucking like, you're like, oh, sorry. Like there's another person like
Yep.
holding the door open.
Mhm.
Yep.
I had a basically a fucking a Spider-Man meme fucking
Yeah.
opportunity
Right, yeah.
with two other people and none of us were gonna fucking like go.
Yeah.
And I was
So
like,
you
yeah,
all
go
did-
ahead.
it was-
Go,
you all
go,
just-
go,
you
go,
just
go.
looked
And
at
it's
each
like,
other.
You're at a four-way stop and you come up
Dude.
at the same time. It's like, you go. No, you go.
Yes,
Okay, then you
it
go.
was three
Everybody,
people that were
yeah.
like permanently fucking stuck in place due to
And everyone's
Due
just afraid to
to-
be the one to go first.
due
There's
to
a
Wisconsin
four-way
politeness.
collision because no one knows. They all just go slightly and go.
Yeah,
But it's the softest collision there's ever been.
Dunk.
That's what happens.
And then everyone runs out of their car going, "Oh, sorry, oh, sorry."
Oh,
Oh, yeah, fucking. I was like, this could last for days
Yep.
if I don't make my move right
It's like
now.
when you hold the door for one person and then you're there for like an hour and a half because like a whole Congo line goes through. And you're
Yeah,
like,
I'll just
when
stand
do
there.
when do I let go?
I'll just stand there. I
the
don't
worst
care.
is when you open the door or something, and then you're like going in, and then you like turn and look over your shoulder to see if someone's coming,
Yeah.
and they're at that awkward range where you're like, if I let it
Yeah.
go now, it's gonna close right when they get
Yeah.
there. But if I
Yeah.
stand here, it's too long and awkward.
And then
for me
they
to stand
try to
here.
hustle towards you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
And you feel bad so you're making them run.
yeah, right, yeah. And that's the awkward situation.
Everybody in Wisconsin always feel bad all the time.
And that's why when I park now, I look around before I get out of my car. And say, okay, I'm ready to go.
I was when I was at the Blackhawks game. I got stuck holding the door for like probably about like 10 fucking people, and I just sat there. I'm
People
like,
started
fuck it, I
tipping
don't
you
care.
'cause
I literally just sat there with my beer going,
Yeah, you should just like
just
hold
holding
your
the
hat out.
door.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just tip, please.
Yeah.
But no, I just sat there fucking just holding the door, and then finally somebody's like, "I got it, man. Just go. Otherwise, you're gonna be here for forever."
Tap
because
out.
there was all these people just
Yeah.
coming up the stairs because the game was about to start. and it
Probably.
was
I
just
mean,
like me going,
honestly,
And probably like an hour
I didn't
after you
care, I
left,
was
like,
just-
3 other people came to like tap
there's
it.
probably
Yeah,
nonstop
probably,
traffic in and out of bathrooms and stuff constantly.
Oh,
The whole
God.
game long.
there was
Congo
almost
line.
there was almost a fight in the bathroom. It was really fun.
No, I don't believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was great.
Actually,
No, that was at the Packer game that I went to.
were
Yeah, there
you
was almost a
in
fight
the bathroom when said?
Makes
Yeah.
complete sense.
What
Yeah, it was
happened?
fucking hilarious. It was it was on Thanksgiving. We went to the Packers
super
Dolphins
low.
game. Huh?
So tensions are super low.
Yeah, I mean everybody should be stuffed with food in my opinion, but I was like, just shut up, you're fat and drunk. It'd be fucking fine.
It's fine.
But no, I was in the bathroom and just along like everybody else, fucking just waiting for a urinal to open.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, my favorite part is that the dude picked a fight with a guy that was already taking a piss.
Oh, that's a good time.
Which I feel like is a bitch move, You don't you
mean-
don't pick a fight with a dude that's already peeing.
You don't know what he did beforehand.
I mean,
Well,
unless he
he was-
chased him down and saw him and was like, "There he is. Now's the time."
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
okay, so the Packers beat the fucking brakes off of the Dolphins that day, and we were in the bathroom like kind of close to like the end of the game,
Okay.
Mhm.
and dude's taking a piss, other dude is like waiting to piss. And then he pees and he says something. One guy's in a Dolphin shirt. The other dude that's like already going is like he's a Packer fan and he's probably from Green Bay. And he says something along the lines of smells like a bunch of bitches in here. And he goes
So
Oh.
just
I can't remember what the dude fucking replied with, but it was pretty crafty. I thought it was a really good comeback. And he goes, Dolphins jersey? Yeah, I wonder why it smelled like pussy. Basically, just
right,
and the
right.
dude was fucking hammered, so he's like, "Yeah, I wonder why it smelled like pussy." And I was like, "Nice,
Here it is.
Good
Here
one.
It is. Yeah.
And the guy's like, "What the?" And like, then legitimately got angry, and I was like, "Dude, you dished it out first. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Like someone
Like,
retaliated and you're mad about it.
yeah, like you just wanted everyone to stay silent. Like,
Sweet.
your team lost. Like,
Yeah.
you forfeit that right to talk shit after that.
It's over.
Especially when you're in enemy territory. Like, I'm not gonna go and talk shit at Soldier Field in Chicago if we fucking lose. Like
know what
that
that
looks like
means.
shit. Like
That's
if
where
I'm
the
gonna
Bears
go,
play.
that's where the Bears play.
okay.
So like if the Packers played the Bears, and I was in Soldier Field, and we lost, I shut the fuck up and walk out, and that's it. That's all I do. I don't talk shit. Doesn't matter how drunk I am. I'm just like, that's enough for me. I'm not from
And
here. I'm
they,
leaving.
They
you know?
paid their bill and they
And
were
and they left
fine gentlemen.
respectfully, yeah.
And they lost respectfully.
So the dude is like, it's like one of those moments where like the more like the seconds tick by, the more mad he gets.
yeah.
And you can just slowly watch him like boil over essentially, and he's standing and like so I'm like I don't know I'm probably like 3 or 4 people back, and I'm like, dude, I just want to pee and leave because it's cold as fuck outside. I just want to go home. And the dude like starts flipping out. He's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? He goes, dude, you fucking came at me first, and then when I replied, you got mad. He goes, if you can't handle it, then shut the fuck up. And everyone was like, oh, he goes, and one dude, of course, there's always one dude in the middle going,
Commentary in the background.
yeah, right.
there's always
Yeah,
one dude in the
he's
middle.
right. He's right. Yeah.
he's right.
Whispering.
And, well, my favorite part is there was one dude in the middle that was completely unrelated to either party going, well, it's football. He's like laughing, trying to like make it fucking.
Make light of the moment.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, like
right.
trying to like,
Right.
fucking diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
It didn't work because like I just got more mad. Then he was just like more angry, and I was like, "This is fucking hilarious! Like, why is this guy this fucking angry about it?" So I was like, "Whatever." And that dude got done taking a piss, turned around, and like that dude was like waiting for him, and wanted to like fucking jump him in the bathroom. And I was
Nice.
like, "I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna leave. See ya." But like, and so I just did, and then as I walked out, the fucking cops like walked in, and I was like, "This is a good time to leave."
The old toilet in the clogged bathroom stall routine. Head
I
in
was
the
like,
head in the
what a-
clogged toilet.
And, yeah, it made me laugh because I was like, what a bunch of fucking dumbasses. Like
That probably
was so
happens
not
at every
worth it.
bathroom at every sports game at all times.
Probably. It was just really weird because up until that point, nobody was in like bad spirits.
Yeah.
Like nobody was being a turd to anybody. So I was like, this is great. Like
I appreciate you mentioning washing your hands. A lot of people don't do
Yeah,
that in public
yeah.
bathrooms.
If people
always,
don't wash
always
their-
wash your hands.
all right, if you don't wash your hands and you're at a sports game of some kind, you're fucking gross. You're
best
gross.
one that I see
you're
is, like,
around so many
You
people.
wash,
Just wash your
hands.
hands.
You know he wasn't going to, so he just like does like a little rinse off and shakes and leaves. And
Yeah.
it's like, you didn't do anything, man.
Yeah, yeah,
You're so-
Don't if you're gonna do that, just leave. Don't even
Yeah.
either do it or don't do it.
Yeah, just go
ABCs
away.
in your head. count to
Rather
20.
you do it,
Yep.
bud.
Well,
Just
right,
fucking
but I'm
go
just
on.
saying,
Touch
like,
the
don't
door
even.
handle after you.
You're
Just
making it
wash your
worse
hands.
because you're just spreading.
Yeah,
You know what I
now
mean?
You're just flinging it all over
Right,
the place. I don't
right.
know where you've been.
Right, you're making it worse.
Do one of these.
Droplets.
Like now that I have my germy hands wet,
Right.
ah! Everybody gets it. But yeah, fucking. No, what made me laugh though, because then when we went down to Chicago and we went to that Blackhawks game down there, we were seated next to like just 5 really drunk dudes that were fucking hilarious.
Always.
And I said, always, especially at a hockey game.
Yeah.
But the guys next to us, I was laughing because they were just talking about girls like the whole time, and Alex and I were just like losing our fucking minds.
You weren't they weren't even watching the game at all.
Well, I'm sure they've been there like a billion times because they're from there. But I said something about how I had to go back up to Wisconsin the next day. He's like, Wisconsin. Man, fuck the Packers. I was like,
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah,
for no reason, and you were like,
I mean, it's
okay.
Chicago and Green Bay. I mean, that's what you're gonna get. And I was like,
funny,
man. And I was like, hey, we're even now. You know, we both won one this last season.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we were at the game. And I was like, oh, you fucking went up to Green Bay? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, God, you fuckers are hard to hate. And I go, why? He goes, we can't even talk shit. You guys are too fucking nice.
Yeah, because you just go, well, that's your opinion. All right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like even when the fucking Bears fans come up and it's like the most heated rivalry in sports, you don't have people being turds. Like
No.
it's shit talking, but like that's kind of
Like
you know,
the only time you ever
it's
meet is
expected.
like in your own home. Like you're yelling in through the TV, but you go out in public. You're like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like fuck the Bears, but then
How are you now?
hi, how are ya?
I've noticed every time I leave Wisconsin, though, I always run into somebody else from Wisconsin, though. Like every state you go to, like, oh, we're from Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Okay.
every time.
And then you're just like stuck in like an hour-long conversation because they're just like, oh yeah, how's the weather there right now?
I had
Oh, northeast or
I-
southwest? Where are you from?
those winters.
there was
yep.
my uncle told me one time that he was somewhere. Let's just say California. I don't know where
Sure.
it was, but let's just say he was there and he was at some sort of public event, and someone heard him talking like a few sentences, and they're like, "You're from Menasha?" And he was like, "Yep." And it was like how
What?
specific it was,
Yeah,
how
it's crazy.
specific of an
It's
area.
insane.
That's wild.
And first of all, like even people around, unless you're from like 10 miles from where we live, no
Yeah.
one knows what Menasha is.
Yeah.
True.
You know, Appleton, Green Bay, Milwaukee, Madison, sure.
Yeah.
And even Appleton's kind
Oh
of.
fuck! Even half the time when I go to state and they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" Oh, Appleton.
I just say Green Bay because people will just go.
Yeah,
oh.
that's what you have to say.
Yeah,
Like if I
right.
say Appleton, Wisconsin, they're like, "Where?" I'm like,
Yeah.
30 minutes south of Green
Yeah,
Bay.
I just say Green
I
Bay.
just say
And they're like,
Central
"Oh."
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
If
don't
I say
give a
Green
city.
Bay, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, I might as well," you know.
But yeah, it's the things we do and the things we say.
Yeah.
DC. Diet
See.
Cokes.
Oh yeah, hey.
Oh yeah.
Day cooks.
Speaking of that,
Soda.
there
Soda pop.
is an exciting song coming out in the near future. Let's just say
Is it hot jazz?
it is hot jazz.
Hot jazz.
Jazz it up a little, you know what I'm
Hot
saying?
jazz, cool blues.
But yeah, Wisconsin song. So
Yeah,
you go.
you guys. Well, that was your fucking big. It was your big hint.
yeah, I don't know how much we're going to talk about it though. So I don't know Trent, but yeah. So knownvandals.com/knownvandals everything. Follow,
There you go.
subscribe, share, Patreon.
This is your little teaser.
If you're from the state, you're gonna like it, and if you're not, you can make fun of it. So it works for everybody.
Yeah, works for me.
So yeah, you haven't heard it yet. I'll play it for you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not on social medias, so
Well, it's not. We didn't put it anywhere yet.
Social medias.
Well, I mean,
Not on any of
all of them.
I'm on none of them.
Speaking of which,
This guy is ExpressVPN as a person.
ExpressVPN.
So like, yeah,
No, I don't trust that. I use Malvid.
yeah, all of that.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's like speaking of which, saying things like medias or anything
Sure.
like that. Like I catch myself saying like the Walmart all the time now.
The is an old person thing.
I
Yes.
get really mad at anybody who calls Aldi Aldi's.
Is it not Aldi's?
It's
Oh,
just
I call it
it's
Aldi's.
It's just Aldi.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
You
Aldi.
go over to Aldi.
You head over to Aldi's.
Oh, I don't even say Aldi. I say Aldi's, but
Yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah, it is 100%.
it does sound
It is
weird.
100% Aldi.
Because like I guess if you compare it, like I'm going over to Target's,
Yeah.
Walmart's.
Yeah, yeah.
I sound like Squirrely Dan.
yeah,
from,
he's
like,
he's even
from Letterkenny.
It's just hot.
This is just highway.
Yeah.
No, actually, I noticed in the last episode I said the YouTube.
The YouTube. Yeah, but I think you were saying. I'm pretty sure you said it in like a tone where you
I
were
said
aware
I
that
was
you were
like,
saying.
well, I got to check the YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, no, it doesn't matter how you say it. The
Well,
context
if you
does
say
not
like
matter.
the YouTube stats,
The-
that makes
I didn't say that though. I just
but-
said the YouTube.
Well, then,
period.
Then you're
TikToks.
75.
And now I'm now I'm 8,000 years
On
old.
that one,
So-
on that one episode, I think it was like episode 3. You said the Walmart.
I did. I had
And
to
then
say the
you
Walmart.
caught
yeah.
yourself.
I was like, well, now I'm 80. So
Which
I'm
one?
Over to the Walmart now.
But which one? There's multi Walmarts.
There's multiple.
Along with the made up cities here, like Little Buchanan and Darboy. Those aren't real. Just stop.
The small ones.
Yeah.
I technically live in the town of Buchanan.
Yeah, that's not real.
What did they
Which
change
is about
for
like
Fox
Crossing.
now,
Yeah, that's not real either.
That and the county lines like don't make
Are
any
all
sense.
over the
at
place.
No,
all.
that's not. It's all made up.
Yeah, it's all.
It is. It's just,
It's like a map of the time zones. You ever look at that?
Oh,
There's, like,
yeah.
one spot by Australia, just like
yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't even follow like fucking parallel lines.
No.
Like they're all don't
it's
make
all
any
over the
sense.
place.
Fucking dumb.
It's all a lie.
Current events. Anything going on with any of you guys
I am.
besides your anime?
I'm day 5 into quitting smoking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, fucking whoopity doo. I wish that mattered. I don't feel any enjoyment whatsoever right now. Today I went in like a manic episode.
I think it
I was
was.
trying to like stay busy.
Yeah.
Is it weight loss or I think it's smoking. The Mitch Hedberg joke. I'm pretty sure it's smoking, where he says, "You have no idea how hard to quit smoking." Yes, I do. It's just as hard to start flossing. Because I was like, yeah, I got that's
Yeah.
to start trying to do it regularly.
Yeah, I'm on day 5 right now, so.
It gets kind of easier than it does.
Yeah, I did it. I did
Yeah,
it
you
a long time
haven't.
ago.
You
But
stopped a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I stopped smoking years ago. It's actually about 6 years ago. I stopped drinking alcohol 5 years ago. And
nice. Yeah, I did that. I quit smoking and drinking a long time ago, and then started back up probably fucking 7 years ago.
yeah.
And then I'm like, after I got done shoveling on Saturday, I was so fucking winded, and I felt like I was gonna die. And I was like, I don't want to be like this. I'm almost 38.
Yeah.
Like, why do I want to? I feel like a fucking I'm dying.
It's even
literally.
funnier. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
when
you
you're
walk
out
up.
You're out of breath. You're all stressed. You're like, I could use a cigarette right now. And it's like,
Yeah, dude. I'm like, that's
And you're
what
like,
got
that's
me
not
here
going
in
to help the
first place.
situation. Yeah. Why? That's because you are this way. Am I getting through to you?
Yeah, that's what it is. I was like,
Fictional-
that's what
fictional
put me in
characters.
this fucking situation in the first place. I was like, shit.
Yeah. I walk up like 15 stairs and I have to go. So. Okay, so, and seriously, I walked up like 12 stairs, and it's
What fucking movie is that? Where it's that kid who's like, I don't know. What the fucking movie is that now? Oh my god.
I think you're thinking of the kid in the wheelchair and Malcolm in the Middle.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. That's the one.
Who's always
Okay.
like, I don't. But yeah, every time he talks, he has asthma really bad.
never watched
You
an
guys
episode of
suck.
that show.
You never?
Oh my god.
It's supposed to. I hear they're supposed to come back or possibly come back or.
I think the ironic part was that he was in a wheelchair and had asthma and always seemed out of breath. And I'm like, you're not running anywhere.
And then there's in one of the episodes they hit him. They're like, he's gonna punch Malcolm, and then he like rolls in the way and hits him, and they're all like, "You hit a crippled kid," and then everybody's like.
Dude, you hit a cripple.
It's like just absolutely like baffled. He's like, he can't walk or whatever. Like, yeah.
That's like, I can't get it out of my head. The fucking movie we were watching the other day. Was it The Sidekick or Sidekick?
Oh, Sidekicks with Chuck Norris.
Oh man.
know.
Have you ever seen Three Ninjas? Were those little kids?
Yeah,
Fuck, dude.
so the only one I remember is Knuckle Up.
Okay, so it's
okay.
Three Ninjas, but with one person. It's a knockoff Karate Kid, is what
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Luke and I have a terrible fucking
There's a surfboard one like that too. Sorry.
Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
Surf Ninjas. Okay, so Luke and I have a terrible fucking character flaw.
Sure.
I'm just being realistic. Like, we're pieces of shit, and we laugh at piece of shit things a lot.
Sure.
What was that?
Like deaf people.
Oh, are we going to talk? Oh,
I mean-
oh my God! It just came into my head.
Yeah, now
You're
you
like,
got it.
I'm going to hell.
Yeah. Well, there's that one.
yeah.
But okay, so we're watching Sidekicks.
Sure.
And
So quick thing. Sidekicks, 1993, I think it is.
yeah,
It's
we'll
about
pop up the.
yeah. It's
movie
about
poster.
it's about a kid who has asthma, gets beat up, and books thrown out of his hands.
That's
Stock
right,
high
he
school
does have
kid.
asthma. I
And then
forgot.
always reads like
Another thing
he
about
always
asthma.
reads like karate magazines, and Chuck Norris is on the cover for some reason, and he's like his idol. So anytime he's like in a stressful situation, his imaginary Chuck Norris comes and helps him out, like climb the rope in gym class and stuff like that.
It's always like he's like daydreaming about like these like action movie like moments, and there's always like Chuck Norris is always there, and he's like.
Then at
He's
the
like
end, he
my
actually
idol.
like fights with him in a martial arts tournament or whatever.
Nice. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean it's bad, but yeah, but yeah,
I mean, I like bad movies.
That's all I gotta say.
yeah.
Hey, that looks awesome.
So.
It kind of reminds me of Armageddon, like the DVD.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it does 100%. But so the movie goes on or whatever, and fucking it's like 1,000 years old, so I don't care. It came out in 92.
Okay.
Oh, it was 92.
92.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the movie, you have the I don't know why there's a fucking like martial arts tournament, which is so very fucking much like Karate Kid.
Yeah, that's
And
why it's Karate Kid knockoff.
it is.
100%.
It totally is. And
When did Karate Kid come out?
80s for sure, early 80s.
Was it early?
like the original?
early to
Yeah,
mid
the
80s.
old
I think
school.
80s, yeah. So at the end of it, he's like sitting on a park bench, and then like Chuck Norris is there, and he's like, "Wow, you're finally here, man. You're my hero." And Chuck Norris is like, "Well, now you're my hero, kid," or like some
Something
type
like
of really
that.
cheesy '90s motivational
Babe Ruth
thing.
Sandlot thing.
Yep.
Awesome,
yeah.
Heroes get remembered. Legends never die.
Yep.
Follow your heart, kid. You never go wrong. But so they're sitting on the bench, like outside of like the big kung fu fucking exhibition, whatever, and now he's got like first place and shit.
Sorry, we just mixed like 14
And
Asian cultures together, but yeah.
whatever.
But yeah, I know.
So he's like, he gets up and he's like, well, good luck, kid, and like his parents are coming, and he's like, and he turns around and like Chuck Norris isn't there.
That's funny.
So it was like, oh man, it wasn't there the whole time, crazy. And when he walks away, he leaves like this magazine.
And it's
and
it's one of the magazines that like he read
As a
like
kid.
to
Like all the
inspire
time,
him.
right?
That-
And it's
right.
a magazine with Chuck Norris on it. It's like a
Okay.
martial arts magazine, right? And he runs off into the sunset, and he's holding his trophy, and he's got like his parents. He's like, "Yeah, I did it," right?
Right.
And so this kid, all of a sudden, like this,
You
kid,
see
like,
his
looks
upper
down,
you see
like,
upper half of a kid.
like
Yep.
fucking from here up, and he's like, "Whoa!" And he picks up the magazine, and as they do like a full fucking zoom out, he's in a wheelchair. Without missing a beat. I'm laughing hysterically. Luke is working on something on his laptop, and I go, "Dude, you have to see this." And I rewind it.
I hear Ray laughing, and I'm like, "What's so funny?" And so
So I rewind it, and I fucking I hit play, and that whole scene replays again, and Luke's like watching. And as they fucking pull out, and they see the kid in the wheelchair, Luke doesn't start laughing. Luke just goes, "What's he gonna do?"
well, like
It was a different kid, right? It wasn't like the main kid.
no. It was I get what they were going for, to be like, yeah, it can inspire anybody, but
Yeah,
like,
like follow your dreams.
But-
Yeah.
come on, man.
It's a super wholesome moment, but holy shit, dude. The fact that the first one that came out of your mouth was like, "What's he gonna do?" It was like,
the poor guy's in a wheelchair.
it was such a fucking like legit question too, and it was like, it's so good.
I feel bad for it, but it was funny.
It was fucking hilarious.
Drive down to the end of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then walk.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's why I call him Crippy Boy. That's from Clerks 2. I didn't say that.
And it's
Comes rain.
Dude.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that that's
Oh,
it's
man.
really bad, but it's also funny. So, you gotta take life's moments and laugh at them.
You gotta like you have. I don't know. People with dark humor have the biggest grasp on life, in my opinion. So.
And I mean, a lot of things changed. I mean, like everyone's favorite moment was like the truffle shuffle and all that from like way back when.
Yeah.
Oh, now it would be.
Now it'd be like it's from the movie immediately.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, now it'd be like fat shaming.
Obesity's
or
not
whatever.
funny.
Yeah.
But it's
no,
super
it is.
funny.
It is.
Super funny.
Well, yeah. Then you have to like delete all of Chris Farley's
Yeah.
movies, then essentially, because
Yeah.
all he did was like self-deprecating,
Oh, yeah.
being fat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's what made his humor fucking hilarious. Is like,
He was amazing.
yeah, 100%.
I mean, doing drugs wasn't so cool, but
Nah,
he
yeah,
was
not so
amazing.
much. Yeah, that
Yeah,
part we'll leave.
Mhm.
We'll edit that in post. I don't think that's how you use that term.
No,
but,
no, definitely not.
No, fucking. I don't know. Did we tell that story on the podcast of me?
The deaf story.
The deaf story?
I mean,
Did we?
do we tell the story? Offensive people?
Well, is it gonna offend anybody?
I don't know. It's funny though.
I mean, if you fucking hear,
Sounds like you're asking a live audience.
yeah, well,
Well, if you're listening right now, chances are you're going to be like, I want to know what
the
that
walls
story
just
is.
part open and there's a live audience on the other
Yeah,
side.
studio audience in the neighborhood.
Door number 2.
Yeah, right.
So I was watching
It's Family Matters.
some sort of TV show here. Some
What was it?
Murder Comes
Was
to
it
Town.
Unsolved?
No, it was
No,
Murder,
it was
Murder Comes to Town.
Never heard of it.
It's a TV show where it's just like a real life murder happened and there are people interviewing, and it's one of those ones where they try to get you to think that it was one person, and then at the end you're like, oh, M. Night
Dramatic
Shyamalan.
music
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, right. And then it was somebody else, but
What a twist!
so I'm trying to show Ray this part because there's a part because they're all reenactment, of
Sure,
course.
sure.
And there's a part where there's a cop standing in the elevator, and they're like, the narrator guy's like, and then he noticed the footprints match the guy's shoes or whatever, and like it shows the cop like doing like one of these where his eyes are like trying to like inadvertently
world's best
like
acting,
look
yeah.
look down, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
the
so I'm
fucking-
trying to
he's
show Ray that part, and I'm like rewinding it, and I'm like, Ray, there's this, you got to see this, and he was like, okay. So he's sitting there, takes a huge swig of whatever he was drinking at the time, and right when I hit play, I released and hit play. There's the buffering wheels going on, and I'm like, okay, well, any second, and I had totally forgotten that there's a deaf person in the episode, and it's, and right when it hit play, I was like, yeah, it's somewhere around here. And right when I hit play, it's just the loudest close up of a deaf lady going, "I will go," like
Yeah.
just making the deaf noise. And Ray just was like, ah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude. I had like,
That's
I
so
almost had
horrible.
Red
It
Bull
was,
coming out of my
but-
nose because like when you're not expecting it, right? Like, and I had no context to this fucking episode at all, and then he just hits play, and that's all you hear.
Super focused on what it could be.
Totally caught me off guard
Yeah,
where I was
that was
like
bad.
expecting this like other scene, and it's
Yep.
just them like single like in a room interviewing this deaf girl going, "Oh, what?" And I fucking lost it. And I was like, fuck, I wasn't ready. And I was like, literally, I'm choking and I'm crying and I'm fucking, there's like Red Bull coming out of my nose.
The timing of the situation couldn't have been better.
And then of course, like Luke's like, well, I'm not making fun of her because she's deaf. And I'm like, I am. And I'm like losing it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's
Holy
bad.
fuck, I couldn't stop laughing.
That's bad.
It fucking hits in a different way when you're not ready for it at all. Because, like, come on. Like, you can't fucking hear somebody, and then not exactly. See? Like, you're going to laugh. I'm not a piece of shit. Well, I'm a piece of shit. But anyway, like, you hear that, and you're like, well, that's not a normal way to talk. Of course it's funny. Like,
Anything out of the ordinary is funny.
exactly.
So like, and it doesn't matter. Like, and it's not like the person I'm like laughing at
Yeah,
the person's disability of all. It's just the situation
Yeah.
when you don't expect it. It's like if anything, if like you just heard a guy running down the hallway like yelling, going, ah, really.
Oh,
loud
I'd be
or something,
laughing
it's
hysterically.
funny.
Yeah. If I had no context of like who that person was, I'd be like, nope. I'd be laughing my ass off. I did it in high school until I realized that the people running down the hallway screaming were, in fact, special needs. And I was like,
Right.
now I feel like crap for laughing, but it didn't make the fucking moment less funny.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't-
Sounds are funny.
Don't be like us.
Or do it. Just do it behind closed doors and not over a podcast.
Right?
Well,
Anywho.
boys,
Anywho.
does you have any other interesting topics for this one? Any weird pizza flavors lately?
Just watched M. Night
No, I'm just
Shyamalan's
kidding.
new movie.
Which is
I think it's called the Arena or something like that.
Oh, that's with the concert.
Yeah,
one,
they go
right?
to the concert and
Yeah.
it's on like a hardcore lockdown and all that.
Yeah, because he's a serial killer in there. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of got a twist in it, I guess.
He's had.
It always.
I feel like he's had like 3 movies in like the last 5 years.
Yeah, Knock at the Cabin just came out like last year. Then this one, the Arena, and
Old was the other one,
God, Old was so bad.
but it was still he's pumping. Movies out.
Yeah. I mean, he's making. I enjoyed Knock at the Cabin. I mean, it wasn't that great of a concept, but it was still overall a good movie.
Mm.
Anything with what's his name, Rupert Grint, the guy who played Ron Weasley.
Yeah, Rupert.
Oh,
something
yeah.
or other.
He needs to be in more stuff. I recently rewatched Boy Kills World because that's just like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
I don't know what that is actually.
Have you ever seen Bullet Train?
Yes.
It's like Bullet Train meets Hunger Games. It stars Bill
Ooh,
Skarsgård.
okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which he's like becoming one of my favorite actors now. He's just an awesome actor. But
Skarsgård.
yeah,
So fucking good.
he's so good. The Crow remake I did not like at all.
No, I didn't. Yeah, not
And
good.
I went into the remake not so.
I don't think that was I don't think that was a him issue. I think
No,
that was a
but
directing issue.
he acted his ass off. And like, so I'm a big movie guy, but I've actually never seen The Crow.
The original.
Yes, because I had this thing in high school that if something was really popular, I wanted nothing to do with it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's really popular. I don't care about you.
Yeah.
Not Arena. You're talking about Trap?
Trap, thank you.
Okay.
Because you were too cool.
Yeah, I was too
You
cool for
couldn't
school.
like popular stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Wow, they massacred this on IMDb.
I hated like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, and all that just because like everyone had T-shirts. I'm like,
Mm.
I've never listened to their music, and to date, I've never listened to a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Never again. You've inadvertently you've had to have.
I've listened to like bits of it, like
Yeah, like
I
at a
know
gas
like
station or
I know
something.
like give it away, give it away, give
Right.
it away. And I know for the longest I thought that was Sublime for the longest time. But
Well, I mean, it's just pretty much the same
Yeah.
band, but yeah.
Look at California.
yeah, that's I know they talk about California a lot. So,
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's
So the new Crow.
so I went into it not seeing the original Crow because I was like, oh, if I don't see the original, maybe like a fresh set of eyes, I'll be able
nothing
to
to
like
compare
more.
to, right?
Yeah. And it was just garbage.
It was still bad.
It was
Wow.
just garbage. Like the acting was good, the plot not so much. Like instead, like every movie nowadays they have to like go into like the backstory and like he's not really a bad guy.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So like a good chunk of the movie was about like how he met his girlfriend and all this like just like all these like backstory events, and then like the rest of like the original Crow movie was like crammed in like the second half.
Mm.
And it just wasn't good.
Yeah, I know it got torn apart. I've never seen it. I've seen the original one, but I barely remember any of it.
I did watch the
So-
original one afterwards because as soon as I watched that, I bought it on Blu-ray
Yeah,
because.
the original one
Because
is
why
so
wouldn't
good.
you? Yeah.
And I came with the digital download copy and all that, so we watched that. No, I mean, that era, like the gothic 90s, 2000s
Yeah.
era, like Underworld and all that, that stuff's just great, no
The
matter
Craft.
how cheesy it
Oh
is.
yeah.
The Craft, yeah.
You know what blows me away? This is why I hate critics.
Wind.
The wind. What's that? The wind.
Out of all the M. Night Shyamalan movies, you guys pretty familiar with like everything he's done, kind of.
A lot of it, yeah.
What would you say? Not even in your opinion. Like, what do you think the best rated movie that he's ever made is?
Like critic.
What do you?
critically-
Yeah, like
critically
critically
reviewed?
acclaimed, like the best one he's ever done. Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Out of all of them,
Yeah, I think so.
I'd go with
I
I'd go
would
with
assume
that or Signs.
Or
obviously.
Split, maybe.
Split's fucking incredible. But, dude, I went through like all of his like
Does
major
he,
movies.
Now hold
and
on a
shit.
second. Does he write all of these movies, or is he director?
They're written and directed most of
Oh,
them.
he does.
Yeah.
He writes and
Like,
directs.
he
not
does
not
everything.
every single one, but most of them. I
Okay.
believe.
Okay. All right.
The crazy part is like, so Unbreakable was fantastic.
Yeah.
But dude, this is why I hate Rotten Tomatoes and like IMDb and all that shit because their critics are just so fucking ass in my opinion. Dude,
I don't trust
Rotten Tomatoes only gave Unbreakable a 70%.
What's the audience score?
Yeah, that's what you have to look at.
Yeah, I don't trust critics.
Let me see.
You have to like for video games. You have to look at Metacritic's like averages.
Yeah.
77.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 70. People gave it a 77,
Okay.
right? IMDb gave it a 7.3.
Okay.
Signs, is that what you said?
That's what I guess. Yeah.
Here's the crazy part about that. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 76%.
Okay.
People
Gave
gave
it
it a 67
Okay. I could see that.
for Signs.
I could see it, honestly.
Probably because I bet most of them because they were freaked out by the half second of the guy
Oh,
walking
yeah.
by.
And then IMDb gave it a 6.8.
Mm.
Here's the crazy part is you have like all these like I think one of his best ones that he's done
But
is
before
like
you
the Sixth
give
Sense
the
and
highest
shit.
rated, what's everyone's favorite personally? Mine, unironically, is The Happening.
I would say.
Oh, I forgot about that's where
Yeah,
everybody starts killing themselves and stuff,
Yeah.
and they can't
Yeah.
look at the screens and stuff like that.
What? No.
What?
It's
What?
creepy.
What? That's what happens.
No, that's
I would say I don't know. I'm kind of torn between like Glass and Split
okay.
because Split was
Incredible.
so fucking good.
And Glass is a nice
So
like
fucking
cap
good.
on it.
Yeah, Glass. I don't know. I thought Glass was perfect because Glass kind of brought everything. I mean, well, what fucking Unbreakable came out in 2000.
It brought it all together, but also opened a door for even more.
Yeah, like it gave like almost like a realistic approach to like superhero movies.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is that Unbreakable came out in 2000.
Yep.
And then Glass was the fucking ending of that
Way later.
in 2019.
Yep.
So like when Unbreakable came out, and then you had Split that came out in 2016, and then Glass 3 years later. I was like, there was 16 years between 1 and 2, and
Yep.
it's still in that continuity
And
was still
they
there.
all kept like their characters perfect. Like
Yes, James McAvoy is fucking
So-
He's
unreal, dude.
So what's the highest rating?
Oh yeah. Well, you
The-
never gave your personal.
My personal favorite one is probably The Village, just because the creatures look
Dude,
awesome,
The Village was a
or the
crazy
costumes or whatever.
one. That's what's fucked. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 43%. For The
Village?
Yeah,
Oh.
and people gave it a 57.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like I'd give it like probably 8.5 or so.
His top rated one, which is to me is justified, I think, but his top rated one was Sixth Sense.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
of course.
Even then, Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 86%,
Mm.
and people gave it a 90.
Mm.
And I was like, how is that your top rated for a guy who is that big of a fucking like
Yeah.
what
Right.
the that's why I don't fucking like critics and all that other shit because I think it's all garbage.
I think they get paid off.
Oh,
I'm sure
I
they-
think they
sure a lot
definitely
of
Personal
them do.
opinion, not
like, dude, Glass got a 37%.
I've never seen that one. I
That
don't even know
to
what the
me
premise
is a fucking travesty.
Glass is just the third of the Unbreakable, Split, and Glass is all part. It's all a trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the
So you have-
it's like the timeline that picks
Yeah.
up right where it left.
You
with
have
Halloween
all
2.
three of
So,
those characters.
Glass. So in the timeline, I think Unbreakable there actually is like a 16-year gap between.
Yeah.
In
Yep.
canonically, Glass is only like 2 or 3 years after Split takes place, I believe.
Yeah, 3 years. So he actually did it like age appropriately.
Actual
too, which is
timeline
wild.
wise, yeah. So yeah, it's just basically you meet Glass in Unbreakable.
Yep.
And then he is like the main character,
Okay, yeah.
sort of the main
I
character.
haven't seen any of them then.
Oh.
I guess so.
It's pretty good. It's kind of like, almost like The Boys, where it's like if superheroes were in the real world,
Yep.
but
Like what they could actually do. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, it's cool because like in Unbreakable, in fucking 2000,
yeah,
Bruce Willis played a dude that like can't get hurt.
he's never been sick in a
He's
day
never
in his
been
life.
sick. He's never broken a bone. Like none of that shit.
Like he just so happened to not, or
Just so
he can't?
happened.
Yeah,
and,
he
like,
never-
he
he
never
never-
noticed it until someone like put a note in his car, like I've been watching you since
Yeah,
you've never had a
until
cold.
Samuel L. Jackson's character, who is the exact opposite, who
He's,
like
got
if that guy,
brittle
if the
bones
fucking
and-
wind blows the fucking wrong way, he'll break a bone.
Yeah,
Like he's wheelchair bound. Like
Yeah.
you literally can't like shake his hand, otherwise you'll shatter.
Wheelchair
the fucking
bound,
bones in his
reading
hands.
Chuck Norris
Yep.
magazine.
you
So-
almost think that he's gonna be like the Professor X of the series.
Yeah, you kind of look like he kind of looks like the mastermind of like putting all these people together.
Yep.
And then Split happens, and Split is 2016.
Yep.
So 16 years
maybe
later.
I'll watch those like
They're
a couple
Split
days.
is
They're great.
Split is fucking.
You have the Blu-ray set, I'm
incredible.
sure.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
All
Split
three.
is incredible
Yeah.
because you have James McAvoy playing 23 different
Yeah,
personalities.
he's got like split personality disorder, and he puts so much effort into every
Yes.
single one
I
of
like
them.
it's believable. Totally
yes,
believable.
100%.
it's dissociative identity disorder,
Yes.
DID.
Yeah.
And what's cool is they actually reference real life DID
Yep.
patients who have actually this is true. You can look it up too. There's people that have disassociated into different identities and literally changed their fucking genetic makeup.
Yep.
Due to whatever personality that has come out. Like there was a dude that got this is legit. There was a dude
Like believing something so hard.
believing in something so hard that it happens. There was a guy that was in one personality he was not allergic to bees. In another one he was deathly allergic to bees, to the point where they tested that theory on his other personality. And this is in real life. This isn't in the movie. There was a dude that got they had him get stung during when he was in that personality, and they had to put him in the fucking hospital because of how much of a shock that his system went through because of getting stung.
Was
Right.
it actually an allergic reaction, or was it just his mind like?
No, he was. It
Convincing
was an
everyone.
actual
Okay.
like the doctor.
Yeah, I mean, you
said,
could
this is exactly what you
panic
would
and
go
shake
through.
and sweat, but like getting like welts and
No, he was
swelling,
getting like legit hives
you can't
and
like
like
worry
everything.
yourself into that. Yeah,
he was getting like legit hives. Like his actual biology
That's
was
crazy.
like doing that. It was really wild. So, but in Split, there's like a 23 different frickin' personalities, and basically there's one that they keep referencing called the Beast.
Yeah.
And the Beast is basically this like fucking hybrid genetic freak of a fucking.
It's like if James McAvoy took PCP.
Yeah.
Are
pretty
they
much.
all like? Do they all take place? Is it like once the second one? Is it like a minute later? Is it like 10 years later or something like that? Or
Well,
are they all
the
just
only connection that you see at the end of Split is at the end of the credits, and Bruce Willis is at a bar and he's watching the news.
Oh, so you see that's in the same like universe
of that story.
as that? Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
and then for
different,
Glass,
like it's different, like Quentin Tarantino, where it's like different perspectives of people.
Yep. And then Glass is them all in the same like psych ward essentially, and they're
Don't spoil too much if you've never seen them.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't care.
But yeah, they're trying to
whatever.
talk to
I'll
them.
watch them either way.
Basically, they're trying to talk to them and being like, "You're not a superhero.
You're not
like
special.
you're not special." And then the plot unfolds, and then you kind of like realize more shit about it. But it's super fucking good. So if you watch Unbreakable, Split, and then Glass, fucking unreal. And the fact that those are all 19 years in the making.
Oh, 19 years, from
Did
the
he have the
first
whole
to the
thing
last
planned out
release.
from the beginning, like George Lucas
He
style?
had to have. Like, he had to have had that completely planned. Because it's like, how do you get Bruce Willis 16 years later to go, hey, remember that Unbreakable movie we did that was completely unrelated to anything else?
Yeah.
This is what it's actually related to. So I was like, that's fucking wild. Unless, like, he got him to, like, sign something like, hey, in 16 years,
Yeah.
we're going to do another movie. like,
We'll need you.
Yeah.
I'll need you again.
yeah, and at that point, I don't even think James McAvoy was,
The Bruce Willis signal.
yeah, yeah, it's just fucking like Commissioner Gordon, like on a Bruce Willis signal. But yeah, those are fucking great movies. But I don't know how we got on that tangent. But
I don't know, but I'll check them out.
I just love movies.
Rob, you were there.
Rob, you were there.
Yeah. Well, this one we're getting hour and a quarter here.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I'll chop this one up.
Usually around the time we shut her down.
Sure.
So get your long johns, get your karate magazines, get your RoboCop remakes,
Buy physical.
and buy physical,
Buy physical.
and
Get
Yeah.
physical.
get physical. And we'll see in a couple weeks, and we'll see how Ray's doing. If did he make it or not?
If I lost my fucking mind like I did today.
Will he be on day 19 of no cigarettes?
Will it be 19?
Well, I mean, 14 days. If we do it 14 days from
What
now.
do they say? They say it takes like fucking 10 days to start a habit.
They say
like
3 weeks, but
40
I don't.
days to break it
I don't
or
think
some
that's.
shit.
I don't.
For smoking, everyone says like it's like a 2-month hump or something like that.
Oh,
But
great.
Start flossing.
It's different for everybody.
Mhm.
Start flossing.
Yeah, something like that.
It'll just be me with the fucking picks in
Yep.
here every day.
Why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
Start toothpicking them off like an
The
idiot.
tooth-
Start
Toothpick.
just chewing gum or something. Oliver Peck.
Yeah.
Toothpicks.
Just buy like a bunch of bubble tape.
Two bubble
Oh,
tape.
dude.
I wonder if it exists.
You know what I haven't had in a while?
Big
Big League Chew.
Out of Here original.
Yep.
Candy cigarettes.
I like
Oh,
those
man.
a lot. Those are great.
Those are fucking good.
They're not the same.
They're not.
No?
Not
I haven't had them in
ones
a
with the
while.
dinosaurs on them.
Are you talking about the chalky ones or
Yeah,
the gum ones?
Chalky ones.
Oh, okay.
I actually, speaking of like candy cig, I actually discovered because when SeaWorld's brother came in, he gave us, those stock Sweethearts candies,
Yeah.
the rock hard
Oh.
hearts that say like I love you,
yeah,
be mine,
yeah,
all that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I was like, oh man, I don't like these at all. But then I started eating them, and I'm like, I actually really like
Yeah.
them.
You know
I
what I have
really like
craving
these.
for?
They're
So
rock
good.
hard, but they're awesome.
Yep.
Out of nowhere last week, I was driving. I don't remember where I was going, but all of a sudden I was like, man, old school runts sound really good right now.
I haven't had runts in forever.
Holy shit.
Don't they make?
I haven't thought of them in forever.
I thought they made. I thought maybe I'm thinking of
Runts.
tricks, but I thought they
Holy
switched runts to
fuck.
making them all like spheres.
Oh, I hope not. That'd be garbage.
Really?
Where they got rid of the shapes of
Like,
like the
I
limes, the
immediately
bananas,
just
and
pictured
all.
like the banana one, and I was like, gross flavor, but for some reason I'm
I
craving
love
this.
I love runts, dude. Bottle caps too.
Bottle caps are amazing.
It's a real dope, homie.
Fucking runs.
Yeah.
Factual,
Okay.
factual.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I remember when they made all the bananas.
Like, yeah, or
I
like,
love the
Yeah,
bananas.
Bananas were
You
great.
go to the dentist, you get done cleaning, and you like put a quarter in, and you get a bunch of candy out
Mhm.
of the end.
Fuck yeah. Like a whole-
Counterintuitive or whatever.
Yeah. So good. All right. That'll do it for episode 16.
Oh, you got to hit
thank
him
you,
with the one.
Thank you, Plaid McDaniels for
Plaid McDaniels.
Mick, now we're adding Mick onto it.
Plaid McDanielson.
Plaid McDanielson.
He's
Platimus
here.
Danielson Minus.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for listening and watching.
Appreciate guys.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Word.
And if she doesn't find you handsome, she might as well find you handy.
And if women don't find you handsome, might as well find you handy.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, word.